That's fun with
Been a
Elder
Kwama
Scroll.
master for
Elden-
over a decade. I'm
Yeah,
not
Elder
afraid to
Scrolls.
admit when I'm up to my neck in droppings, and I sure could use a hand getting out.
What seems to be the problem?
Ever try piloting a ship through a hurricane while your entire cargo of Kwama eggs hatch and go bug nuts? Been there. Can't recommend it. After we wrecked, they made a Kwama line toward this cave. I came after them, but they're a bit distracted.
Distracted? What do you mean by distracted?
They always get surly after hatching, but these Kwama are downright unsociable. I tried to stop them from chewing on those huge roots. They objected. Bumped into a fine-looking tree trunk on my way out. Thought I was done for, but it kept walking.
That must be the spirit attempting to heal the roots.
Oh? Kwama didn't take to it, whatever it was. I heard them munching on it, same as those roots. The little one seems scared of it. If you could help the pretty tree trunk do what it needs to do, I bet they'll head back this way.
And the big ones?
If they'd stop eating those giant roots, they might get better. But I don't blame you if you have to put down a few to save the rest. Just be careful. Nothing fiercer than a crazed Kwama. Not even my sister-in-law.
All right. I guess we gotta follow him around. Or it. I've got to get my armor situation straightened on this character. Templars, so 3 heavy. Two of the others.
Good quality there.
Praise Ifrei. The miasma has cleared. Yet I sense this begins a new chapter for the great tree. Though the creatures gorge themselves upon its roots, this was a passing instinct. They can be taught to strengthen the great tree.
Are you sure the Kwama won't harm the great tree?
The Kwama will soon learn the cave is their nest and treat the spirit as their queen. Together, they'll guard the cave against intruders who seek to harm the great tree. A new story can frighten any creature, until it realizes its role within.
Dre, I didn't think you could get more powerful.
keep that on for now. What is next? Oh, let me do
That could be helpful.
That'll make that a lot easier going forward. So let me look. Map. Done that. Done that. What's next? I'll just head down the coast. See what happens.
Can any of you hear me? Where are you there? Have you seen my squad?
Don't know what you mean.
We were all on a little Alkosh, part of the Dominion fleet sailing for Khenarthi's Roost. Then a hurricane blew up out of nowhere. Sails tore, hulls cracked, and we were thrown into the ocean. I ended up here. I can't find the rest of my squad.
Did they survive the hurricane?
I thought I heard one of them calling out, but the ocean twists up sounds. If they're wounded or pinned down, could you keep an eye out for my soldiers? They answer to Edalus, Onglon, and Nistel. 2 of us can cover more ground.
Alright, I'll help you find your squad.
I'm sure my squad made it to shore alive. Dominion Marines constantly defy the sea's attempts to drown us. The hurricanes are another matter. I fear my squad is banged up worse than I am.
Alright, what can I do about their wounds?
Our ship's hold was packed full of an old Bosmer healing remedy. The labels say torchbug treacle, but Marines call it glow juice. The wreck scattered bottles across the beach must be what brought out the aelids.
Aelids, what do you mean?
Squat creatures made of teeth, claws, and endless hunger. I've heard their cries up and down the beach since I came to. Their sweet tooth is bigger than their walnut brains. I saw one of the stupid things swallow a whole bottle of glow juice.
If I see any, I'll bring Torchbug Treacle to your squad.
Good luck. Do me a favor. If you find them before I do, tell them the ocean hasn't killed me yet.
Will do. Keep going along the coast. Also, maybe I'll get lucky and find some chests, though I don't know if she'll like it if I find any. She starts being a pain in the ass about me opening chests. I will gladly
Another find for your pack.
Yep, if you're gonna be a pain in the ass, I will go get Ember. She likes the steam one. He's all about the curiosity.
What do you want?
Get this.
Bless Ifra. I'm glad you came by. Have you seen any other Marines along the beach?
Sergeant Furion sent me to find you.
She's alive. I suppose that's some luck amidst all this wreckage. Can't say the same for my leg. If I don't put too much weight on it, I can manage a good hobble.
Sergeant Furion said this torchbox vehicle would help.
Glow juice? By the gods, it just might. Soon as I can stand on my own, I'll head inland.
Alright, I need to find the rest of your squad.
Blessings upon you, stranger. I'll limp my way inland and find a safer place to wait for Sergeant Furion. Just knowing she's out there gives me hope for the rest.
Looking forward to seeing what you make with that.
lost a lot of friends in that storm. Give me some good news.
Sergeant Furion sent me to find you.
I saw her swept overboard in that damn storm. Held on to the rigging long as I could, but it tore the skin off my palms. If I can't hold a weapon, I'm useless to my squad. Do you have any bandages? I lost my kit to the sea.
This torchbug treacle might help.
Blow juice? Used to think this stuff was only good for practical jokes on snowy days. Once I get ahead of Spleen Shanker, I'll push through the beach and find Sergeant Furion. How about you?
Told Sergeant Furion I'd find the rest of your squad.
Hope they appreciate their good fortune when you find them. I can get inland after I rest. Fight with purpose.
What would you ask of me? Stendar was with us in that fight.
Who are you? Were you part of the fleet?
Sergeant Furion sent me to find you.
Alive? Good. That's good. Wave smashed me against the ship. Cracked a few ribs. Not the best feeling.
Sergeant Furion said this torchbug treacle would help.
Tastes like sandals boiled in mint perfume. But if it knits my ribs, I'll drink the whole bottle.
Well, I found everyone in your squad.
Lieutenant Gellin pulled me ashore. Went to find shelter. Never came back. Headed to a nearby cave. Find him. Tell him we're all safe.
Oh, nice. What did you find?
Really hard for this battle thing? Major Maya surprise leading the herd shore and finding rich in the sea. Spilled upon our doorstep. What a bounty. Sister, bring your wagon to the Shattered Shoals with all haste. If we move swiftly, we'll have enough money to start our own plantation. Well, that didn't go well for you. Sorry, dude. Or dudette.
Why did you do that?
Tied to a bloodstained post is the body of a Wood Elf Marine. He appears to have died recently. The armor bears the insignia of an all-married Dominion Marine lieutenant. His corpse is soaked in blood as if many from shallow cuts. Greenish foam mingles with the smeared cuts. The cuts on the lieutenant's body form strange but repetitive patterns. His blood was smeared across the uncut portion of the skin to create wave-like symbols. The exact cause of his death is unclear. Oh, I'm pretty sure it was clear.
Oh, nice. What did you find?
Turns out my squad were the ones who found me. Ever consider a career as a Dominion Marine? You'd make quite a scout. My squad said you were looking for Lieutenant Gellin. Have you found him?
Found his body in the cave. Someone killed him.
What do you mean?
Looked like he was killed in some kind of ritual.
First, a hurricane blows out of nowhere and destroys our fleet. Then, an able-bodied Dominion Marine is captured and tortured to death? What else was in that cave?
Lots of bones, candles, snakes, also wooden posts.
Some kind of sacrifice? This is too big for my squad to handle. We need reinforcements. Miss Dale spotted a beached ship nearby. It looks intact, and she spotted Dominion sailors aboard.
What are you going to do?
We need to combine our forces and find who murdered Lieutenant Gellin. My squad and I need to pull his body out of that damn cave. Would you warn the sailors on that beached ship? They need to know it's not safe to wander around.
I'll warn them.
Wait, take this. I found some glow juice while I was looking for my squad, but they're on the mend. You'll get used to the taste. We'll be along shortly. Watch yourself.
Alright, you too.
You aren't a slick-arsed sea viper or a cabbage-mouthed castaway. State your business with the crew of the Prowler.
Dominion Marine was killed in a nearby cave.
The hurricane killed hundreds of Marines. Why does it matter if one of them died in the cave?
He was murdered in some kind of ritual. His squad needs reinforcements.
Oh. Well, the Prowler is like a hen in a wolf den until she's seaworthy again. Maybe your Marines can prove they're more than two-legged cargo in shiny armor. If they pitch in, I'll consider reinforcements. They up for it? Or are they all talk?
I'm sure they'll help where they can.
And I'm sure they'll be as useful as they were in the hurricane. Should they care to prove otherwise, they're welcome to do actual work patching leaks in the Prowler's hold. Maybe they can locate the replacement helmsman's wheel in all this wreckage.
I'll see if they can find the helmsman's wheel and patch the ship.
Oh, and our Sunsighter. It must have fallen overboard when we beached. Our lookout saw those skink-fingered pirates make off with it. You'll have to get the Sunsighter back, any way you can.
Alright, but I have a few questions first.
Sure. Talking's easier than working. Ask.
Who are the Sea Vipers?
Barnacles on the arse. They're all sea elves. Malmer, they call themselves. Nothing more than pirates, if you ask me. Some say they have a connection to the water itself, but it's a lie. Anyone can learn weather magic like they do.
And what's a Sunsighter?
Captain Jimala uses it to navigate. I could tell you how the sun and stars show the ship's exact position, but none of it matters while it's in the Sea Viper's hands.
And tell me about the Prowler.
The pride of the long coast. We'll sail for the Dominion as long as they pay us to raid enemy shipping.
And are you pirates?
Joan and Jode, don't let the captain hear you say that. Pirates steal and pillage for themselves. We're privateers, so we do it for whoever pays us. A crucial distinction.
So who's in charge of the Prowler?
Captain Jimala took over the Prowler a few years ago. She's smart, cunning, and deadly dangerous when provoked. She's also luckier than anyone I served. Every ship in the fleet smashed to flinders on Khenarthi's Roost. Every ship but the Prowler.
Alright, I'll get your stuff fixed.
These aren't Dominion sailors. They're privateers. Just our luck.
Quartermaster Oberlin promised reinforcements when the Prowler is repaired.
We'll show that old sea cat what Dominion Marines can do.
Prowler needs a replacement helmsman's wheel.
Edalus is the best scrounger in the regiment. If you want, I can send him out to look for a helmsman's wheel.
I'll find the helmsman's wheel myself.
Suit yourself. Anything else we can do? Nustella's is good with a mallet as she is with her sword. I can have her patch the Prowler's leaks.
Yeah, have Nestel patch the leaks.
She'll have those leaks fixed in no time. What else?
And...
Onglorn is our best tracker. He can recover the Sunsighter in no time.
I'll do that too.
Have it your way. What else needs doing? All right.
Any chance to get loot, kill things?
Good quality there.
You are going. You know that. Where am I going? Yeah. I can kill some sea vipers.
Make sure you check the hull for holes.
Sunsighter is now. It's in the shallows.
was fast. All right. There's room on the Prowler for your Marine friends, as long as they work for their meals.
You promised reinforcements.
I said I'd consider it. Captain Jimala is the only one who can make that call.
Then what does your captain say?
Something you'll want to hear. You just made the Prowler seaworthy, and Captain Jimala always pays her debts. Go talk to her. She only bites if you give her good reason.
Due to your efforts, the Prowler is free to sail once the tide comes in. Those Marines did their part as well. I have no reinforcements, but I offer something better. I know who's killing the Dominion soldiers, and I know how to stop it.
What do you mean?
Our lookout watched the Sea Vipers drag a Dominion Marine into a cave. Later, he saw your friends remove the Marine's body. If we weren't so short-handed, I'd have ordered his rescue. But 3 of my own crew were missing.
What happened to your crew?
Before we understood the danger, I sent my crew to scavenge among the shoals so we might repair the Prowler. We thought they disappeared, but one just returned, and she tells a harrowing tale.
What happened to her?
The Sea Vipers happened. Now there's a new storm brewing, and I fear they're the cause of it. Mustangui recovers below. Hear what she has to say for yourself.
Will do.
The Sea Vipers are insane! They're trying to create another hurricane!
Another hurricane? What do you mean?
Sir Verkvild and I were scavenging for a replacement helmsman's wheel when the Sea Vipers ambushed us. They brought us to the island with the beached Dominion flagship. They'd done things there. Terrible things.
What had the Sea Vipers done?
Those filthy Maormer dragged my mates up and tied them to these serpent-shaped statues. Then they started chanting, and lightning surrounded them. That's when the storm began to form around the island.
The Sea Vipers created the storm?
Yes, I'm sure of it. It was a terrible sight. The Sea Vipers were so caught up in the ritual, I slipped free. I tried to grab Sir, but the lightning held him fast. Then one of the Sea Vipers yanked at him. I saw the Maormer's wrist glow.
Why would the Sea Vipers' wrists glow?
The Maormer wore lodestones on their wrists. It let them ignore those lightning bombs, but I couldn't find any more, so I jumped off the ship and swam for it. Please, don't let them sacrifice my crewmates.
Alright, I'll stop them. Oh. Snap. But I gotta go anyway. How did I not see that? I gotta pay more attention. Oh, I see it now. How did I not notice that? I went over this way. What the hell is wrong with me?
kill me today!
Ooh, yeah. No mess with a Norn and a sword. I'll wreck your shit. Oh, here's another test. One of the things I like about this game is you're not limited with the crafting. I always have enjoyed the crafting aspect and all that kind of stuff in a lot of the games.
Stendar was with us in that fight.
And that. I like not being limited to that I can just keep going and level up all kinds. It's so much, I don't know, more freedom, I guess.
Sur and Verkvild returned just after the skies cleared up. They're a bit damp, but otherwise all right. My lookout says I have you to thank.
Yep, I stopped the ritual in Friedrich Rumen.
Then we'll finish repairs and shove off at high tide. Oh, your marine friends fended off sea vipers while you rescued my crew. They're welcome aboard, as long as they want. Perhaps we'll see you at Mistral. You'll always have a place on the Prowler.
I appreciate that. Alright, let's get this thing. What is this?
Another find for your pack.
realize the outlying farms sustained damage during the storm. We regret to confirm we cannot facilitate repairs until our own restoration efforts are complete. Many buildings along Cat's Highway, including piers and other vital port structures, were damaged in the storm and require significant renovation. Alright. Where is this?
Waxing crescent. Strike from the sides.
That could be helpful.
We need to head back to here where the bank and the research stuff is so I can get that going before I log. Well, I'll probably do that after. So I get into position. How's a pewter here? Where's my inventory look like? There's gotta be somebody here who has a quest.
I'm rather busy right now.
Oh, that's...
Another distraction.
Here we go. I'm gonna talk to them, start this quest.
All this wasted effort. First the hurricane, then rats from the sea. What next, flying mud crabs? Surrender's mercy, we need more time before the inspection.
Inspection? What inspection?
Dominion inspectors. Headwoman Harani requested their aid to stop smugglers. We're honest farmers with good customers. Our moon sugar is used to spice food, not to brew skooma.
When the inspectors learn we can't protect our fields, we're finished.
Protect them from what?
Hairy, squirmy, squeaky little rats. They've infested the plantation since the storm. The inspectors will ask, if we can't protect our fields from those dung-dropping sugar-eaters, how can we protect them from skooma-brewing thieves?
What can I do to help?
Find out why Cindertail's Singe Tigers roll on their backs instead of filling their bellies with rat. Does one expect to keep his job if the inspectors find vermin in our fields?
What exactly will the inspectors do if they find rats?
At best, the inspectors will recommend our moon sugar be confiscated.
And what about at worst?
To the east, the plantation burns. Was it due to the inspector's recommendations? Who can say? Either way, Mistral will weep for our passing. With laughing moons gone, skooma will flow through the streets.
Why is that?
When moon sugar runs dry, people turn to smugglers. With smugglers comes skooma. But the inspectors aren't from here. If we tell them, they will not listen.
What is moon sugar?
Ha! You pull this one's tail, yes? A white powder, very sweet, used as spice for food. Some of us believe it gives true insight into Jokajay, where all fates are bound. Others use it to brew skooma.
Skooma? What is skooma?
Poison. Skooma peddlers claim a single drop lets you escape from the world. It's because drinking the stuff makes you want to drink more of it, until you want nothing else.
And what will Thalmor do if you fail the inspection?
At best, the inspectors will recommend our moon sugar be confiscated.
Alright. That's what I'm working on next, but we're gonna go head back, turn stuff in. Sell anything that's
that could be
worth
helpful.
selling. What's the word I'm looking for? Okay, there. And then just do the general, get myself in position for the basic routine of, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, my brain's not working. Crafting. There's the word.
Stendar provides.
know.
Finest merchandise around.
Okay. First things first, we're gonna head to the bank. What do you want to talk about?
You're here. Good, good. Keep your wits about you, my new friend. Mistral's houses cast deep shadows, and vipers lurk in the tall grass.
Whatever do you mean?
Mistral is the jewel of the southern seas, a free port with trade ties to half of Tamriel. Ambassadors from the Dominion arrived weeks ago to negotiate its admission into the Alliance. Unfortunately, things have not gone smoothly.
Why? What has happened?
Khenarthi's Roost has an old treaty with the Maumar. They claim the Dominion fleet intended to invade their home waters. It's a sticking point in the negotiations. The Sylvanar could use some help. Find him, give him this token. He'll know you are a friend.
Alright.
Without Mistral's support, the Dominion will have precious little defense on its southern coasts. But we are not here to conquer anyone. The Sylvanar knows this. He is in the Chancery, seeking a peaceful resolution here.
Who is the Sylvanar?
He is the voice and spirit of the Wood Elves. They say he was, and will be their greatest leader, whatever that means. This one knows him as an unrivaled diplomat. He is also the Dominion's best hope of resolving this matter peacefully.
Tell me about the Dominion.
The High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiit stand united under the Eagle Banner. We secure our borders against invaders from the Covenant and Pact, but it is no easy task. And Queen Irene leads our dominion, of course.
Who are you, really?
Razumdar is just a simple Khajiit. He seeks the best for all the people of Tamriel. Also, a saddle that won't pinch the tail. One day.
Torn to pieces by just such a pack. What is it?
Can you not feel the
Is the
hatred that
Sylvanar
burns
blind?
within its belly?
Every one of these
Barbs
sea elves is
barely
a
contain
venomous
its
serpent
hunger.
waiting to strike. We should have
For
cleansed
5
this place of
gold,
Maumar
gaze
scum
into
the moment
its
we
eyes.
arrived.
Peer into the face of death itself. For 10, place your hand upon its fur. Feel the muscle of a true killing machine.
This work never ends.
It goes in here. Okay. There we go.
This one thinks you have come to make a deposit, yes?
I'm in the middle of something.
Ah, our friends. They must have recovered from the storm.
You can always buy armor.
You worry for nothing, little one. Their roots have grown for many years. It will take more than a few elves to tear them up.
So where are we going?
I'm thirsty. Let's find the inn.
We can't. They kicked us out, remember? So much to do.
This work never ends.
I need. Is there a jewelry one here?
How about a coin or two?
I've had just about enough of this. What is the point of this?
Alright, we're gonna hang out. Well, thank you guys for watching. I meant to say this earlier, so you're gonna have to watch this. Well, thank you guys for watching. I just edited out all the stuff of me learning recipes and stuff, because you guys don't need to see any of that. So that being said, you guys really are the best. If you do like what you see, you know what to do. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really does mean a lot to me. Until next time, love you guys. Hope to see you again soon. Take care now. We'll talk to you later. Bye for now.
Cursed tree never falls, also.